Welcome back, folks. It is Monday, and this week is going to be a bit crazy because this week is going to see my biggest bike ride to date. I'm going to be attempting a double Everesting at the end of this week. Today is one of the primer sessions. I mean, you could probably already tell towards the end of last week that I'm kind of tapering. Today's ride is only an hour and a half. Bit of warm up now, then some zone 2, and then 20 minutes of tempo to round it out with a nice cool down in the end. And that's already all for today.
1 hour later.
Just entering the tempo part of my workout. Legs took a bit to get going today, but they're feeling alright now. Guess I'm still feeling that rather heavy strength and conditioning session at the end of last week. Okay, I better use my breath for cycling, huh?
A few moments later.
Right, so never mind that breath thing I just said. That was actually quite easy. 250, 260 watts. Definitely not zone 2, judging by my heart rate, but that didn't remotely feel hard. And also wasn't hard to catch my breath. Guess that's an encouraging sign. Anyway, cooling down now. Then the usual thing. Showered in my bed. So, I'll see you tomorrow for group ride day. Peace out. And welcome back. It is Tuesday. And before I'm getting on my, well, traditional group rides, it is time for a little bit of a strength session. This is just a primer session. It is quite similar to what I've been doing last week, but there are fewer reps. And I'm not gonna go stupid on this one. It's just to get my body nice and ready for what's to come this week. That was a fun little session, but it got a bit dark because we're actually getting the first thunderstorms of the year. They're, well, kinda outside right now, but yeah, it's a bit darker than it would usually be at this time, but as long as I don't see any lightning, I don't really see any reason to unplug stuff here, so just getting on my group right now. One guy already joined, old familiar face from way back when, and looking forward to this. Always good fun. Ended up having 3 riders online. I guess one is only gonna join now, but this is all for me for today because I'm tapering. I'm actually already carb loading. More on that tomorrow. See you then. Peace out. Wednesday, and I'm really in the thick of it now. I'm full blown at the end of my taper, and I've started all my carb loading protocols and all that stuff. I bought 2 packs of Haribos and munching away on those all day. Oh, woe is me, huh? Aren't you feeling terrible for me? And just out on a quick easy stroll now to get a bit of daylight, and in a little while I'm having a quick, short and sharp opening session because, yeah, the big day is actually only 2 days out now. It's kind of surreal. Hardly being able to wrap my mind around it. Yeah, this week is going to be a full dress rehearsal of what I'm going to do for the triple. Also got some nutrition stuff that I want to do. I'm doing different from what I'm usually doing because I really want to try everything that I'm going to do for the triple. Okay, workout first. It's just a little bit of a warm-up, and then what do we have? 5 blocks of 30-second efforts, medium hard, followed by 5 times 20-second efforts, bit harder, still not really hard, and that is followed by 5 10-second efforts that are gonna be really hard. Not gonna be sprinting all out though, but gonna give it a good old go. It really is just an activation session. And already done. I guess 1,060 watts as peak power in a seated sprint isn't all that bad for a climber, is it? I'm happy with that. Feeling opened. Legs feeling nice and activated. Feeling good. Not tired, not exhausted. Just right. That was good fun. Right, it is Friday, and I guess I forgot something yesterday. I wanted to show you my stuff for the double, right? For my brakes, I've got, well, all kinds of food and protein bars, you know that stuff where it says, well, yeah, this is food and things like that. I'm obviously not sponsored by any of this. Probably needless to say. That's some protein bars, things like that. Yeah, doing the right. I'm gonna have mainly carbs, so getting some protein in that time in my breaks is probably helpful, and especially for day 2, I got stuff like this. Guess I told you, right? Those kind of liquid foods where they say where it says, oh yeah, this is a full meal, you know. Wouldn't usually have anything like that, obviously, but for an occasion like that, I think it might be a good idea, because well, first of all, it's going to be quite tough to take along all that much real food when I'm on the mountain eventually for the triple, and also I have no idea how well my stomach's going to cope with too much solid food deeper into that ride. Nutrition is the main concern. So since this is a try run, I'm just going to give it a go. Now on the bike for my final opening session. It's a shortened version of those cadence spin-ups you've seen me do, I guess, twice or something like that by now. And as opposed to what I usually did. Today I'm not gonna go stupid, but I'm gonna stick to pretty much the lower end of all of my zone targets here. Because I've just been thinking back, remembering my only previous time I attempted a double Everesting. I failed then and noticed quite a few parallels. For one, it was exactly the same time. It was exactly 3 years ago, by the way. It was exactly the same time after the first time I did the monuments. I felt invincible back then, and I did a cadence spin-up opener the day before, but I went completely crazy on it. Tried hitting my best ever cadence numbers, which probably wasn't a smart idea. That's the thing things you do when you feel invincible, when you think a ride like that is a formality, which it really isn't. This is probably going to take me, I don't know, around 30 hours ride time perhaps, and my point is, that's a lot of time for things to go wrong. I mean, with the form I'm in and with what I'm preparing for, ideally I should get to the end of this and feel like I could still keep going, but you just never know with a ride like that, and you have to respect it. It is getting serious. I was surprisingly relaxed about this until 2 or 3 hours ago. Now I'm honestly a bit nervous. This is a long ride, biggest ride I've ever done to date. Though, ideally, not for long.
2 hours later.
Well, I may have pulled my punches a bit on that one, but better than overdoing it, I guess. Done with this workout now. Now, focus more on refueling, getting the carbs in. Carb loading, yeah. Just to give you an idea of what I've been having those last 2 days. Carb-wise, yesterday I had 770 grams of carbs. Day before 644. And Monday was my last somewhat normal day, that was 437 grams. So I've upped it. Not sure what I've had yet and what I'm gonna end up having today, but I'm also gonna aim, I don't know, gonna try and aim above 700 grams again, just to make sure I've got a nice bit of research before starting tomorrow. Gotta tell you, I'm nervous. See you tomorrow when we're actually doing this, huh? Well, I guess this is it then. Friday. And I'm just setting out. And it's gonna be a long 2 days, I believe. Here we go. 1k vertical run. So basically nothing. Heart rate's a bit high today, but feeling relatively good. No niggles so far, which is good after an hour and a half. Bit over 2 hours. And unfortunately I seem to be forming a saddle sore, which is a bit soon. Less than 1/10 of the ride in. So I'll take a quick break, apply some more chamois cream to get on top of that. Feeling okay, but not great. Legs feel like they are asleep actually. I hope I hope I'm gonna ride my way into this. Bit of a tough old start today, to be honest. Okay, coming up on 3 hours and just past 2k vertical, and I seem to have averted that saddle sore crisis, but yeah, my legs are feeling asleep. I'm trying to look at it from a positive angle. That means I'm probably not gonna overcook it right now, and I hope that I can at least maintain this level of effort all the way through. 3,333 meters of elevation, which is 1/3 of what I'm gonna do before a little power nap. Probably sometime early tomorrow morning. Struggling a bit, feeling tired, not even legs wise, much more head wise, but just gonna keep on going. Coming up in 6 hours, bit of 4k done. Had a good bit of company just now. Still tired, struggling. I don't know, tired, sleepy. Legs are actually okay. Last bidon's almost empty, so I'm coming up on my first break. I mean, on the one hand, it is a slog and a struggle. On the other hand, yeah, it's 4k done already, more than 4k, and in spite of everything, that kind of flew by. Right, almost at base camp, just 26 meters short, which still isn't halfway today, but doesn't matter. Yeah, this is the last bit of my first batch of carb fluid, so gotta do a refill now. And I just checked, and I did this outdoors. I had my first refill at 3.8k, now at 4.4, so I got a bit further because it's cold outside, got my fan blown, and yeah, so I'm not overheating that much. Okay, time for some real food. Probably gonna have a can of tuna now. And on to part 2. Just refilled my bidons, and I made a little decision. In my first batch I mixed 6 times 75 grams of carbs, 1 electrolyte tablet, and on top of that I put 1 gram of salt for each bidon, which for now seems to have worked quite well. I've cut out the salt now because I want to try and have some crackers, some actual salty crackers in this in those next probably 6 hours or something like that, just to get at some actual food. Just want to make sure I'm not having too much salt. Either way, I'm actually feeling a bit more awake after this break, although that may change now when I'm heading to my next climb again, but I mean, here's hoping. Let's see how this goes. Right, coming up on 8 hours in, and a bit over 5.5k vertical done, and honestly I'm feeling better. More awake, got a little bit more power, appetite's a bit better too. I don't know if it was liquids or what, if I just woken up, I don't know. It is going quite alright at this point. Yeah, that means I'm also a bit over halfway into today, because I'm gonna push on to 10k before I take a first little break. Well, my 2-hour nap. Getting close to 9 hours, and a few interesting observations here. As I said, for this second batch of bidons, I spared the salt, only used electrolyte tablets, and despite me having some crackers, 3 bidons in basically, I still didn't need a natural. So I'm about to do something interesting, and then let's take a break I don't actually need because I want to change shorts. Also don't really need to do that, but I'm still quite fine, but I want to do that because I want to keep it that way. And also I got much more awake, much more, just aware, and increased in power a little bit. And I don't know if that's down to my better hydration, but it works that way. Hey, I'll take it. 10 hours ride time in, and 7k vertical, and I'm slowly starting to feel a little bit of the effort. Not quite as easy as it was, I don't know, an hour or 2 ago anymore, but still feeling relatively fresh, and nowhere near as bad as I did when I started. Yeah, I think bit over 4 hours now. One more eat and refill break, and I'm gonna get to take my nap. Oh, and a shower before that will also be lovely. I'm gonna fill 3 more bidons. This is what I think I need. And we're gonna go for 100 grams of carbs each, just like I did with the Rome, because I want to already do my carb refueling on the bike, and then once I get off, only have a quick little snack and go to sleep, to also allow my gut to catch up with everything. A bit over 11 hours ride time, coming up on 11 and a half, and just over 12 elapsed. Feeling the effort a little bit, but nothing major. Feeling quite okay. On and off, very occasionally, I'm having a little bit of a pinch in my left knee, but nothing I would call a niggle, and especially nothing that's consistently there. So happy days, I think. 9k, almost 13 hours. So only 1k to go until I can take a nap. It's not easy anymore, but I wouldn't call it hard yet. Nutrition's still going down nice. Oh, looking forward to that shower, that nap, and looking forward to having caffeine. Right, this is rep number 105, and I'm gonna tick over 10k vertical in a few moments. And when I reach the top, I'm gonna take my break. The last hour and a half has been tough. I mean, you can see perhaps it's getting light out. Well, it is light out. Sun's up already, well, behind clouds. It's past 7 in the morning, and my body wants to sleep. I'm usually asleep at this time, obviously. And also didn't have any caffeine strategy. So, yeah, been a bit of a grind. Time didn't really want to go anymore. Everything felt like taking really long, which doesn't usually happen. Stomach is also not too happy, so glad to give it all a little bit of a rest. I'm glad to be about to have a shower, and even more glad I can have caffeine really soon. After, yeah, the only thing that's even better than that's 2 hours of sleep. Right. Bit of a snack before bed. Guess I'll see you when I'm horizontal. Alright, it's just after 8. Half an hour off the bike. I'm showered. Eaten something. Oh, I had some sliced chicken breast. Oh, that was so good. Oh, now getting horizontal. I'm gonna close the blinds, but I'm gonna record before that, because otherwise you're probably not gonna see much. Then set the timer for 2 hours on my watch and nap it out. Oh, that was a good start. Let's continue better. See you tomorrow. Well, see you soon. Peace out. My watch just kicked me from my slumber. I guess it's time to get up and get back on the bike, huh? Right, and we're off again. Actually, it took a little bit to get going, longer than I would have liked. It's 11:30. I was hoping to get going again at 11, but a bit slow this morning. Bit of faffing around, bit of snacking, but it's okay. I took very little breaks during the actual ride, so taking a bit more break now, before and after, I think that's okay. Finally had caffeine. Let's see what it does. My bum is sore. Much more than I would like. Okay, here we go. Into the second half. Let's do this. Only the small matter of 10k of climbing to go. Right, 11.5k in, coming up on 17 hours ride time, and I'm gonna try my first liquid meal and see how that's gonna go down. Gonna go slow, of course, but no idea how that's gonna go. It may be that this ride will come to a premature end fairly soon. I hope not though. But just have no idea. That's why I'm trying this today. Well, that first liquid meal went down quite well. And also did agree with me, it seems. It's been a little while. Now I'm coming up, shortly gonna come up on 13,000 meters and 19 hours ride time. So I guess I'm gonna have another one, and also may finally have a few crackers. Stomach's a bit empty, only having liquids, so a little bit of solid food might be nice. It's not easy, and it's also not hard. It's okay at this point, but still a fair bit to go. 20.5 hours in, and I've just passed 14,059 meters of elevation, which was my previous all-time elevation record. So, into uncharted territory now. Only 6k vertical to go. Well, not only. That's a lot. A lot can happen in that time. Coming towards the end of my 150th rep, and my bottle's empty. Gonna have a refill break. Change shorts while I'm at it. May take a brief break generally, bit of downtime, and I don't know. I may try and have some real food, but I'm not sure yet. All in all, definitely not easy, but at this point, I'm grown in confidence that this might be possible. Came back from my little break, and actually my bum is quite a bit worse. I don't know why, but it's hurting a good bit now. But I think I can push through that. Had my second dose of caffeine, and I had some tuna and a bit of chicken breast in my break, and then a good bit of carb stuff once I got going again. Yeah, 15k, 3/4 done, but 5,000 meters to go. Oh, there's a lot of climbing. Well, I just got a power PB by 20 watts no less. My best ever 24-hour power, from 144 watts up to 164. That's huge. Also, that means this is now my longest bike ride ever. Unsurprisingly. Doing better than last time I reached 24 hours. Significantly better. If it wasn't for my butt hurting, I'd be actually feeling quite okay. Basically no niggles. Power is somewhat decent. I mean, hands are hurting a bit naturally, but that's okay. Not really sore. I mean, if I can get that thing with my bum sorted, this is really positive. Okay, bit over 16k in. Need less than 4 to go. Slowly but surely, the end is coming in sight. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still gonna take a few hours, and a lot can go wrong at that time. By the way, vlogging is getting kinda mentally tough, so I don't know how many more updates there will be before I finish this. 26 hours in, bit less than 2.5k climbing to go, and with a little luck, I just had my last break. Refilled 3 bidons on top of the one that I still have, and reapplied chamois cream once more, because my butt still hurts. Then now, it's all going well. I may be able to finish this in just under 4 hours from now, but I may have to stop once more to reapply cream once more, but I hope not. 28 hours and 19,000 meters of elevation, and then the final stretch, entering the triple digits of what's left. honestly, I'll be glad when I get this done. But this last hour and a half has actually been better than the vast majority of today. So, silver linings. Got a bit of a, I don't know, umpteenth win. It's not the second one. Alright, I'm about to finish a double 10k virtual Everesting, folks. 20 meters to go. But Everesting etiquette, I'm gonna finish that last rep. Because I can. And that's it. 20,000 meters of elevation gain in one ride. You know what? Let's see what I got left on the legs. Not too much.
A few moments later.
Well, that was it. All downhill from here. Yeah, that just happened. Okay. Just a moment, I'm gonna debrief you in a bit. Right. Took a shower, had a little snack, very little, not really in the mood for eating, and made it to bed. Shower was quite painful because my saddle area is extremely swollen and red. I know, too much information, deal with it. And yeah, it is a bit tricky to get my legs in a position that is kind of tolerable. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna sleep tonight. I don't know. Perhaps put something between my legs or something like that. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. But I hope actually also that I'm just knackered enough to just pass out in the last, 36 hours or something like that? No more than 36 hours. Probably 40 or something like that by now. I've slept 2 of those last 40 hours, which is not much. Either way, this may surprise you, but tomorrow's a rest day, so guess I may have a bit more time to give you a proper debriefing then. I'm buggered now, it's lights out, and I'll see you then. Yeah, peace out. Right, folks, so you probably can't tell, but a good few hours have passed. I've slept away pretty much all of the day. Woke up in the late evening. It is now Sunday night. Well, I guess technically speaking it is already Monday morning. But yeah, didn't want to go without giving you a bit of an outro. My circadian rhythm is just completely stuffed. I know that is late in the night now, but I have absolutely no sense of time. That was some ride, wasn't it? Actually, when I went to bed, initially I didn't even sleep all that well because my wrists were really hurting. Knees were quite achy and sore, and my bum was killing me. Everything was actually quite swollen there. That has, fortunately stopped, but it does look quite bruised now. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you. Should probably focus on recovery. While everything was actually fine while I was on the bike, my quads are feeling really quite sore now. But all in all, a lot of positive takeaways from this ride. My weight when I got up earlier was exactly the same as it was when I weighed in before I started my ride, and also I had a look at my lap powers and lap times, and well, the first lap I just took to kind of get going, and on my last lap I pushed a little bit, but my second lap and my penultimate lap had the exact same average power, and the times were apart by only 2 seconds, so I'd call that nice and consistent. I definitely did not fade, which is great. A lot of positive takeaways from this. Also about nutrition, that all worked out really quite well. A lot of confidence gained for the triple, a lot of experience gained for the triple. Yeah, I guess that was a really good week, wasn't it? I don't know, I'm probably gonna have a little more snack now and go back to sleep then, because I do still need a bit of recovery. Well, thanks for joining me on this rather crazy journey. I hope to see you again next week, probably with a bit of a shorter video. We'll see. For now, thanks very much for watching and take care. See you next week. Peace out.